Hi, I'm Dawn with Drucker Diagnostics, and today we're going to review the basic operations of your 642E. If you're looking for something specific, take a look at the bottom of your screen. This video is separated into chapters so you can easily find exactly what you need. Basic Operations Guide, 642E. Part 1, Unboxing. Your centrifuge arrives securely packaged from Drucker's factory. Start by removing everything from the packaging and placing it on a flat surface so that you can confirm you've received all of the necessary elements to run your 642E. The 642E already has the rotor inside of it, but we can't look at it just yet. We'll get to that in a minute. Your centrifuge should arrive with its power cord attached. You should also receive either a manual or a quick start insert guide. Most 642Es will receive blue tube holders. You may receive differently colored tube holders, but your basic operation will be the same. If you have received your 642E with a quick start insert, you can scan the QR code on this insert or on the front panel of your 642E in order to access the full manual. If you have received a full paper manual with your 642E, then you can simply reference it as needed for all the operations of your centrifuge. The printed manual and the digital version accessed via the QR code are identical. If any of these accessories are missing, you can contact Drucker customer service and we'll get you set up with a replacement. Part 2, Setup. Now that we know what all our accessories do, let's get the 642E set up and ready to spin. Start by placing your centrifuge on a flat, level surface. Leave at least 6 inches, 15 centimeters of space on either side, and at least 21 inches, 54 centimeters of space at the top so that you can open the lid. The power cord for your 642E is attached to the back of your centrifuge. Locate it now and plug it into the wall. Make sure your plug is accessible so that you can easily unplug the centrifuge for cleaning. Once you plug the centrifuge in, you should see the indicator lights on the front panel flash. That center light will remain illuminated. With your 642E powered on, it's time to unlock the centrifuge and take a look at our rotor. Your 642E has a safety locking system. This system engages 60 seconds after it finishes a cycle, and it will also be engaged when the centrifuge arrives from the factory. If we try to open the lid without disengaging it, we won't be able to. In order to disengage that lock, we need to look at our front panel controls. To open the lid, start by pressing the Stop Unlock button here. We'll go over what the rest of these controls do in a minute. You will see the Unlock LED illuminate. That means that you can turn that lid latch a quarter turn counterclockwise and then open the lid. You'll see the rotor here inside. Your 642E arrives ready to run. No additional adjustment necessary. Your 642E arrives with all authentic Drucker parts. If you need to replace parts or get more, be careful to use only authentic Drucker parts. This will extend the life of your centrifuge and make sure that the machine stays safe for its entire working life. All right, we've unboxed our centrifuge, we've got it set up, and we've checked to make sure that all of our parts are ready to go. Now, let's take a look at the controls. Part 3, Controls Overview. Your 642E is designed to run one cycle, 10 minutes at 3,380 RPM, which is 1,600 XG. The simple controls for that cycle are right here on the front panel. Your 642E has 3 indicator lights that show its status. The left-hand LED illuminates whenever the centrifuge is running. The center LED illuminates whenever the lid is latched. The right LED illuminates whenever the centrifuge is unlocked. The left running and center latched LEDs are commonly illuminated at the same time. This is because any time that the centrifuge is running, the lid must be latched. The center latched and right unlocked LEDs may also be illuminated at the same time. This is because the lid can be latched even while the centrifuge is unlocked. If that unlocked LED is illuminated with the latched LED illuminated, that means that you can turn that lid latch a quarter turn counterclockwise to unlatch it and open the lid. If that unlocked LED is not illuminated, that means that you will have to first hit the stop unlock button to unlock the centrifuge before you can open the latch and open the lid. There are two buttons that control your 642E. The left button is the start button. This starts your centrifuge running for its pre-programmed speed and time. The right-hand button is stop unlock. This button will stop any currently spinning cycle. If the centrifuge is not in motion, it will cause the centrifuge to become unlocked, meaning that you can open that latch and access your samples. And those are our controls. Now, let's put them into action to spin some samples. Part 4, spinning samples. Let's start by opening our lid. Hit the stop unlock button, and then turn that lid latch quarter turn counterclockwise and lift up. Now, let's make sure that all 6 blue tube holders are placed in the rotor. You'll need all 6 of those tube holders, even if you're not spinning 6 samples. The tube holders will initially rest in that rotor at a 45-degree angle, but as the rotor spins, they will move up into a horizontal spin. Next, let's make sure that our samples themselves are ready to go. For every tube you're going to spin, you will need an equal weight or equal fill volume counterbalanced. If you're spinning an even number of evenly loaded tubes, you're good to go. If you have an odd number, you'll need to create a counterbalanced tube using an equal fill volume of water. Once you have your tubes ready to go, load them into the centrifuge according to the diagram on your screen. We're going to load our 642E with 6 tubes. Your blue tube holders can accommodate any tube from 75 to 100 millimeters in length, that's most laboratory tubes, without any cushions, inserts, or spacers. If you do need to spin tubes of a different length, you can contact Drucker Diagnostics and we'll help you get sorted. Once you have your tubes loaded, go ahead and close that lid, making sure that the lid is latched by turning it a quarter turn clockwise. Next, go ahead and press that start button. The centrifuge will immediately begin to reach its velocity of 1600 xg, which is 3380 RPM. Your 642E is programmed to run one single cycle, just 10 minutes. Once your centrifuge has finished this 10-minute spin, it will automatically begin to slow down. Once that rotor reaches a complete stop, the centrifuge will let you know it's done. The lock will automatically disengage for 60 seconds after that run finishes. Then, you can unlock the lid latch by turning it a quarter turn counterclockwise and lift the lid open to access your specimens inside. Once you remove your samples, your 642E is immediately ready to be loaded and run again. No need to reset. Keep in mind, if you wait longer than 60 seconds after that run to access your samples, you will need to unlock the centrifuge first because that lock will re-engage after that 60 seconds has elapsed. And that's all there is to it. You just ran your first cycle in your 642E. Part 5, cleaning and maintenance. Make sure to unplug your 642E before performing any cleaning or maintenance. Make sure to wear any personal protective equipment specified by your lab's policies for the duration of the cleaning process. Only isopropyl alcohol or 10% 5500 ppm bleach solution should be used to clean your centrifuge. Use of any other products may void the warranty and may damage your centrifuge. Your isopropyl alcohol or bleach solution should be applied to the centrifuge with a cloth. The centrifuge should never be submerged in water during any part of the cleaning process. If necessary, the 642E rotor may be removed for easier access to the guard bowl during cleaning and disinfection. A video showing how to do that and how to put that rotor back is linked on your screen right now. After you have wiped down the centrifuge with your isopropyl alcohol or bleach solution, you should immediately follow with a clean, dry cloth to wipe that solution off. Once your centrifuge has been disinfected, you can plug it back into the wall and immediately begin normal use. Your 642E does not require any routine maintenance. However, you may wish to validate its speed according to your lab's requirements. Your 642E rotor has an easy-read phototachometer strip included on it. That means you can verify the speed by simply running the centrifuge and then pointing your lab's calibrated phototachometer down through the lid until you get a reading. Make sure you give that centrifuge time to reach its full velocity before you engage your phototachometer. And that brings us to the end of our basic operations guide for the 642E. We've gotten our centrifuge out of the box, we've set it up and reviewed its accessories, we've looked at the controls, we've spun our first samples, and we've learned how to clean and maintain it. If you have any other questions about how to operate your 642E, you can always contact Drucker customer service and we'll be happy to help. And if you'd like to learn more about any specific operations, we have an entire library of 642E videos that can help you get everything figured out. Thanks for watching and have a great day.